Through shadowed forests and foggy hills, the legend of a fearsome witch has endured for centuries. Black Annis, the legend of Leicestershire. In the heart of Leicestershire, where mist slides down the steep hills at night and the forest canopy hides the moon like a dead hand, lies Dane Hills. There at the top, a dark cave waits, silent and old. The villagers whisper, "This is the home of Black Annis, an ancient witch. Her claws gleam like silver blades, and her face, once seen, can never be forgotten." Origins of the legend. The story of Black Annis is one of Britain's oldest surviving folk horrors. Its roots reach back to the 18th century. In 1764, land deeds mention Black Annie's Bower Close. Later, in 1797, poet John Hayrick wrote on a cave called Black Annis's Bower, the first poetic record of her dark lair. Even earlier, in 1689, records spoke of Dane Hills itself, already a place of fear and superstition. Some say her name comes from the ancient Celtic goddess Anu, or Danu, twisted by time into a monster. Others whisper that she was once real, perhaps Agnes Scott, a hermit whose solitude turned to legend. Whatever the truth, her story warned children to stay close to home, and reminded villagers to respect the forest, the wind, and the things that walk unseen after dark. The disappearances. Weeks passed. The villagers noticed something strange. Their sheep were vanishing. Tracks led deep into the woods, where torn roots and crushed leaves marked silent struggle. Every time an animal disappeared, someone would whisper, "Black Annis has come out of her cave again." They said her eyes glowed like dying coals. The legend of the Harwood family and the Whispering Woods. At the foot of Dane Hills lived the Harwood family, Martha, Thomas, and their children, Emily and John. Their cottage stood alone among the whispering trees. Each night the wind passed through cracks in the walls, carrying faint, human-like voices. When the sheep began to vanish, Thomas grew uneasy. One crimson dusk, he followed muddy hoofprints into the forest. The trail ended in silence, as if the woods themselves had swallowed the earth. He returned home, pale and shaken. Martha saw the fear in his eyes. Something was moving in the forest. That evening, the Harwoods sealed their home. Salt and ash were sprinkled across the thresholds. Wooden crosses carved from old oak hung above each window. Martha prayed softly, holding the children close. Outside, the forest breathed. Branches creaked, shadows shifted, and from far away came a faint sound, like a child crying in the dark. Then came the scraping, the creak of branches. Black Annis was hunting. Her claws shone like the pale light of the moon. She crept towards the cottage. Inside, Martha whispered prayers while Thomas stood at the door, clutching a wooden cross. The witch stopped at the threshold. Legend says she cannot enter where there is pure prayer and respect for the old ways. For a long moment she watched them, her gaze cold, ancient and empty. Then she vanished into the fog, leaving behind the sound of her claws and the chill of her breath. The Harwoods survived the night. By morning, only deep claw marks remained on the door. The villagers spoke of it for generations. They said it proved that faith and preparation could keep the darkness at bay. Even now, some still leave food and gifts near the old cave, offerings to the witch of Dane Hills. Though centuries have passed, the forest remains silent and cold, and when the fog rolls down the hills, Some swear they still hear her, scratching, searching, waiting. Epilogue. Perhaps Black Anis was once a goddess, perhaps a hermit, or maybe just fear itself, given form by generations who lived too close to the wild. But the records remain. The land deeds of 1764, the poem of 1797, and the whispers that have never faded from Leicestershire. And through them the witch lives on, half myth, half memory, forever haunting the heart of England. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell. The next legend awaits.